Hey y'all. Today I would like to talk about racism. That one is a really tough one. Okay, racism. Yeah, it exists. I won't say that it doesn't exist. It exists. But, this is the main thing, but we need to start to stop making it taboo. Stop making everything look like racism even when it isn't. We need to start to understand what racism is. When something is racist and when something it isn't. Nowadays people are very sensitive. Okay? Very sensitive. Everything it's something for a fight. Okay. People now say, well, you cannot say this word because you're being racist. If you use like the word monkey and there's a black person next to you, oh, it's racist. If you say Negro, or if you say thing like sometimes you're just using words that you hear in lyrics, and especially when you have some black singers, they use the word nigger and stuff like that. And when people hear, when there's a person that it's not black, when they use those words, oh, it's racist. Okay, let me say this. If like colored people, when someone uses colored people, certain people get offended. There are a bunch of words that people get offended when they hear it. I'm gonna say this. That's crap. Why I say this crap? Okay, I'm mixed race. Okay, I have black blood, I have Indian blood, I have white blood. Okay, those are my roots: black, white, and Indian. You see my color? Okay, I look more like a Pakistani or something like that. Okay, I know that how I look. But when I was in Africa, I lived in Africa for a few years. I used to be called white. Why? Because I was a little bit lighter skin than most part of people. So I used to be called white, bleach, I don't know, so many other words. When I was, even in Africa, when I was with white people, okay, because there are white people in Africa, they used to call me like poop color, okay, poop color, okay. They used to call me brown. They used to call me, I don't know who, so many words that I was called. In Europe, because I live in Europe, not now, but when I arrived in the 80s, in beginning of the 80s, I was called also a bunch of names: Mikey, Black, Coal, and so many other words. So I went through all those things. If I'm gonna say, well, you cannot use these words, well, you cannot, near me you cannot say bleach, isn't it? Near me you cannot say poo. You cannot say brown. You cannot say, well, basically half of the words that you have in your vocabulary, you cannot use them next to me. You cannot say milk. You cannot say coffee and milk next to me, because they called me all those things. I was discriminated using those words. Being discriminated, really discriminated by using those words. Okay? What is discrimination when words like that are being used and what it isn't? Okay? One thing is people, like sometimes someone is your friend and uses those words, or someone doesn't know your culture and use those words. That's not discrimination. They are using because they don't know that. When they are singing a lyric, if it's in a lyric, what's your problem? The singer put that word in the lyrics, not the person. So what's your problem? It's just discrimination when the person that is using those words is using it to hurt you. That's when discrimination is. When someone is using things to hurt you, that's discrimination. Otherwise, it isn't. Okay? And this is what we need to start to pay attention to. It's not everything. Like sometimes people in their day-to-day, they use those words. So what's the problem? If you're in a fight with someone, like you're basically arguing with someone, and someone uses those things because they want to hurt you, yes, they are discriminating you. The same goes with all the other things that like people nowadays, this is not okay, this, come on, get a grip. Okay, get a grip. If we start to say that everything is wrong, what's right? It's not because a word is used that means that word is offensive or it's bad or whatever. Words are simple words. Depends in what context the word is being used. And that's where we need to be careful. The context.